Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens. Apologies for that brief delay. We are keeping an eye on some active weather this afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms and heavy rain pushing through portions of Central Ohio. So we wanted to give you a live weather impact show in the afternoon so we can get you up to date with the latest on this as we head into the rest of this evening. So let's go ahead and dive straight in. Our main weather impacts for the rest of the day today. Some showers and storms out there. Stay ready. We're not really expecting severe weather, but we have seen plenty of heavy rain at times, so be ready to need the rain gear as you head outside for the rest of this afternoon and evening. If there's one benefit, it's been a bit of a cooler day out there, so we haven't seen the heat across the region this afternoon. Cloud cover has kept temperatures down some. Still summer-like, though. 83 degrees currently outside on the Scioto Audubon camera. Definitely humid. Part of the reason we're seeing those rain chances today pushes the feels-like temperature up to 85. You can see where the rain has been most recently this afternoon. All of this area in the 70s. Southeast of us here in Columbus is where most of the rain has fallen today, and that has kept your temperatures cooler. Areas further to the northwest hotter as they've been dry. 83 Columbus, 84 Delaware, and even 88 in Bellefontaine at this time. When it comes to the rest of the afternoon, again, we keep those scattered shower and storm chances in the cards, but not expected to be overly strong. A lot of humidity to contend with out there too. Upper 60s and 70s when it comes to dew points. This is a very muggy air mass in place once again, kind of like what we had just a couple weeks ago. And you remember what came with that. It was chances for showers and storms just about every afternoon, and we're certainly going to add that in this afternoon as well. The next 12 hours out there will show temperatures staying in the 80s. Rain chances, maybe a thunderstorm in the forecast. Those start to fade out gradually as we head into tonight. Temperatures out there will push their way down into the low 70s as we head into the rest of the evening tonight. Rain chances will be falling with that as well. Best chances for rain between now and about 6 o'clock. We kind of diminish after that, eventually dropping off to about 10 to 20% as we head through this evening. When it comes to the radar right now, the heaviest rain remains where it's been most of the day, which is in those southeastern counties. You can see from McConnellsville down through Athens, another band of some decent rainfall pushing its way through. Not much thunderstorm activity with this, but we're adding on top of what has already been a good amount of rain for this region. We can see rainfall estimates over the last 24 hours. We'll give that a second to load the latest data in. Has mostly been around that inch plus to 2-inch range. I'll give this just another second to see if that data will come here. Looks like we might be missing some of that for the moment. But again, we've seen really heavy rain, southern portions of Athens County, kind of stretching back down through Jackson and Pike County and on up toward Noble County, though it does not look like that data will load at the moment. We do have a flash flood warning associated with that area of heavy rain. Most of this is south of the 10 TV viewing area. It does clip a very small portion of Athens County. This is outside of US 50, I believe there. Ohio 7, Ohio 124, very southeastern portion of the region, kind of butting up against the river there over south of New England. So keep that in mind. If you know about any of this region, you might have some flooding impacts this afternoon. Make sure you're using those precautions and never drive through those flooded roads. When it comes to the big picture here, still more scattered activity back to the west. This stretches all the way up to Michigan and back out to Indiana. So we're not done with rain chances this afternoon by any stretch. Hour by hour forecast here shows scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm as we head through the rest of this afternoon. A lot of that starts to fade out for most of us as we head into the evening. We see a slightly higher chance of some continued rain chances past sundown up to the north, but even them, they fade out as we head into tonight. We'll start Thursday off mostly dry across the region once again, but the afternoon brings us chances for scattered showers and storms. We kind of put this pattern on repeat, much like what we did a few weeks ago. So get ready for more of those rain chances. Your 10 Weather Impact 7-day forecast. Temperatures climbing upward as we head toward the end of the week. We'll go from 85 today to about 90 by the time we head towards Saturday. Of course, if you're heading out this evening, there is Clippers game here in town. Forecast for that. Most of the rain chances will be early in the game. There's a small chance you might get a delay if the shower comes in the wrong spot at the wrong time. But other than that, most of the game should be good. I think we'll get that in here this evening. When it comes to rain chances through the weekend, Our best chances will be in the latter days. You can see it peaking kind of about 60% as we head towards Saturday. After that, rain chances may linger into next week, but they do push back down some by Monday and Tuesday. So some good news there. Right now, we're thinking those days will mostly be dry, but we're not going to get rid of the summer heat. This is going to stick around. We drop back to the 80s Sunday and Monday, but we are back up to 90 by next Tuesday. So again, looking at one of those toastier summer-like forecasts with just a little bit of unsettled weather and thankfully no major threat for severe weather. However, unfortunately, that can't be said across the country. We want to turn our attention now to the latest on those devastating floods that are out of Texas. The number of deaths from that tragic 4th of July weekend flooding in central Texas is now expected to continue to rise, with officials confirming that more than 160 people are unaccounted for and at least 110 confirmed dead after that extreme rain caused rivers to rise to historic levels last week. Pressure is mounting on local and state officials over the lack of early warnings while survivors grapple with what comes next. CBS's Naomi Ruckham reports.
So this is the water line here on the front door. So my stepdad was in here sleeping.
John Vineyard says his stepfather was rescued by firefighters as floodwaters rushed inside his Ingram, Texas home on July 4th. That was after his mother, Colleen Lucas, had hurried home from work to warn her husband about the catastrophic conditions, but was unable to reach him.
Grabbed a hold of the door, put one foot out, and the water was up to here.
Saved from the flood, the family must now put their lives and home back together again.
Don't even know where to start, where to begin. It's devastating.
A few miles away in Kerrville Tuesday, an emotional city council meeting.
I wish to God there was a way we could have warned them.
That's the question local officials continue to face in the aftermath of this tragedy, which has been blamed for more than 100 deaths.
All those questions will be answered, but the priority right now is bringing people home.
Search and rescue teams continue the grueling task of finding those who are still missing, including 5 children and a young counselor from Camp Mystic.
It happened so quickly that no one really had time.
Sisters Lily and Paige Kummerfeld evacuated the all-girls camp, but survival has taken an emotional toll.
I feel guilty that we were so safe and oblivious while they were living hell on earth.
The sisters say they owe their lives to the brave first responders whose work is far from over. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
And Texas Governor Greg Abbott surveyed the devastation by helicopter yesterday. He said that state lawmakers are expected to meet in the coming days to begin the discussions of how to address deadly flooding. President Trump is still expected to visit Texas on Friday. And it's not just Texas, unfortunately, dealing with this flooding over the past week. New today, scenes of devastation from nearby New Mexico as well. Emergency crews carried out at least 85 swift water rescues in the Ruidoso area, including of people who were trapped in their homes and cars. Daniel Sylvia of the New Mexico Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management providing that information. The water had receded by Tuesday night, but search and rescue teams were still scouring the town to find missing people, while public works crews cleared debris from roadways. Some cars were left stranded in the mud. 2 National Guard rescue teams and several local teams are already in the area, with more of them expected to join. And sadly, that flooding did turn deadly, with a confirmation of 3 deaths following that historic flash flood. You can see just how quickly some of that floodwater moved through in that video there. Again, that was on Tuesday. The victims who were swept downstream by the unprecedented floodwaters include a man aged between 40 and 50, a 4-year-old girl, and a 7-year-old boy. And that same flooding sent this house barreling down the river Tuesday in that Rio Ruidoso River Valley there. It quickly reached major flood stage at 15 feet, according to the National Weather Service in Albuquerque. This video of cell phone posted by Caitlin Carpenter on Facebook depicts a house being swept away in those raging, muddy floodwaters. And of course, amidst all of this destruction, we've also been hearing remarkable stories of rescue and survival. Our sister station, KHOU in Houston, filed this report.
I was back here in my master bedroom Greg Atkins walks us through his Kerrville home. He woke up early in the morning on July 4th to the sound of transformers popping and the sight of water from the Guadalupe River creeping up his back stairs.
The water never got above that first step right there. So I knew we're in trouble. I just immediately ran back to my bedroom, started putting on clothes.
The river kept rising, his home flooding within minutes.
I wanted to get out. I wanted to get out as quick as possible because I didn't want to get trapped in here.
Greg says he got out and witnessed a man renting one of his properties swimming to safety.
And by this point, you were already up the street?
I was up the street right up here.
So if you had stayed here a little bit longer, would have you been in that same situation?
Yeah, I would have been down the river, stuck in a window, something.
5 days later, and the water from the Guadalupe River has receded, but there's a lot of debris left behind. You can see some of that here. Greg also tells me that these remnants in his yard are actually from a house from down the street that was ripped off its base by the floodwaters. Luckily, a young boy inside that home was found safe in a nearby tree. Now, the focus is on cleaning up this mess. Neighbors working together to pick up the pieces.
People are coming from the neighborhood and from the whole community to help.
Help also coming in the form of pizzas from Carmine's Italian.
I'm just a heavy believer in helping the community when it's down.
We met up with owner Carmine Fazzolari as he was making a dozen pies for free. For days, the restaurant has been baking pizzas for volunteers and first responders.
It's just important for the guys that are out there risking their lives. This is the best I can do.
And if you would like to help those impacted by these historic floods, visit cbsnews.com/helptexas for more information on ways you can safely donate to relief efforts currently underway. That's it for today's 10 Weather Impact Show. We'll be back tonight starting at 4 with the latest news and weather.